Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing good. So with me here is the ultra budget feature phone, the Nokia 215 4G. Now the Nokia 215 4G was recently launched alongside the Nokia 225 and the Nokia 235 4G. So this is probably among the cheapest feature phones with Nokia branding out there, with the new USB-C type charging port. So it comes in three beautiful colors: the orange, the blue and the black one. I have with me the slightly boring black one. Now in this video I'm going to explore what the Nokia 215 4G has to offer and take a closer look at the cloud app and whether or not this device is suitable for you. So the packaging is rather simple, it's colorful, and this is a couple of highlights of the device. It has a large 2.8-inch IPS LCD display. It has cloud apps and a long-lasting 1450 mAh battery. Now do take note that this is a dual SIM 4G device. The 215 lacks any camera, but it comes with a touch support. It has a Bluetooth 5.0. Now in terms of memory and RAM configuration, this comes in at 128 megabytes of ROM and 64 megabytes of RAM. Now this is running on the Unisoc T107 Plus processor, and the memory is actually expandable up to 32 GB officially, but I've done some testing with other on other S30 Plus platform where even 64 GB cards are actually supported. Now of course the main highlight of this device is the ability to charge with USB Type-C charging, and of course the games, the Snake games is included here. So this is actually the unit for the Hong Kong market. That is why we are seeing the presence of Cloud app. I'm going to just put this device aside and see what it comes with. Now of course I've taken out the battery and the device itself, but other than that it comes with the USB-C cable here. So this is what you get in the packaging. So probably it differs from market to market, but for the Hong Kong market at least we do know that it comes with the charger included. Now this is the Nokia 215 4G. As you can see, looks rather simple, and this is how it looks. The design is pretty much I would say just being minimalistic. It doesn't have the curves that we saw with the recently reviewed Nokia 3210, but nevertheless I would say that it is not entirely like a budget feeling device or whatsoever, because the back is textured, so you do get a better grip thanks to the textured back, and you have the Nokia branding on the rear, as well as a single LED flash. Now this is as generic as a candy bar design could be, and of course we've got the 3.5mm head jack. Now before we go to the front of the device, let's just see how do we remove the back cover. So here there is a slot on the side of the device where you can just nudge in between and remove the back cover. Now similar to the Nokia 3210, so the back cover here is really robust, and I would say that this would definitely last for your typical use scenario. So nothing really fancy about that, but a really durable build there. Now as I've said earlier, this is a dual SIM device. It takes in a nano SIM, memory is expandable, battery is 1450 mAh, and you can see how neatly this device is actually built. Everything seems to be just compactly packed together. So we put that back, snaps in with a really satisfactory click, and this is what we have on the front. Now do take note that this is a 2.8-inch IPS LCD display, and I will say that the brightness and the viewing angle is really good. The display is sharp, so no real complaints there. Now other than the center keypad, all the other keypads are actually flat. This might be of a personal preference, but I like to have slightly raised separated keypad so it's easier to type, but this is what it is. And do take note that the keypads are actually very largely spaced apart, so it's easy, especially for the elderly people out there. Now to unlock the device, just press the unlock button and press the star key, and then you can unlock the device. Now do take note that this runs on the S30 Plus platform, so it is what you would have expect from all other feature phones. Now a lot of people are wondering whether or not this device has Wi-Fi. No, it does not have. Whether can you WhatsApp with this device? No, not at this point of time. So this is just an S30 Plus platform. It is pretty much sort of like locked down by HMD Global, but certain markets like India, certain countries in Asia Pacific, and they do get access to this cloud app. So I'll show about the cloud apps in a while, but this is how the standard interface of the S30 Plus looks like. Now do take note that the volume, the speaker here is really loud and crisp, so no real complaints there. Now if you're wondering whether or not you could make recording of your voice calls, you do have that option. For example, if I were to call, and you can start recording the call. So this is something that a lot of people are looking for. And of course, do take note that it also supports the voice over LTE feature, so you do get a very crystal clear quality in terms of calls. Now contacts is something that you might also be interested to know, that you can either transfer the contacts from your SIM card or sync with your Android device through Bluetooth. So you can't really sync with the Google server, but yes, you can sync your contacts through the Bluetooth application. Now if you want to create a contact, do take note that you can also add the name of the person as well as add pictures. So this is something that is interesting. So you can actually have pictures of your contacts in here, and of course you can also group your contacts. Now if you were to look further, you have the standard clock and alarm functions. You have messages with the predictive input. Typing experience here is, I would say, okay, I'll talk about that in a bit. Radio here is wireless FM radio, so you do have a 3.5mm head jack. So that's just a brief to show you that you can use it wireless, but with the wired option in certain scenario, then you can have a better reception. Now it does have a Facebook application, the Snake game. I think everyone has seen this, tons of it already. A very fast browser thanks to the Opera built-in Opera web browser, which makes everything smooth and fast for a feature phone. Now this comes in with the built-in MP3 player, so in case you've got a micro SD card with MP3 files, so this is where it comes out. So you do have a file browser. At the moment I don't have a micro SD card here, so it just shows the available memory from the phone, which is about 11 megabytes. Now you got tons of games that other than Snake, you got tons of other games here which you can try and purchase. So that is something that is you might want to, in case you want to use this for some light gaming purposes. Now let's take a look into the extras, because you might be wondering, certain applications like calendars are not there up front. That is because all those apps are actually grouped together under extras. So you do have calendar here. Now the calendar is of course a local calendar, it doesn't sync anywhere, but it gets the job done. Now you do also have calculator and a couple of other cool additional features, including recorder in case you want to leave some voice memos for yourself, or even to activate the touch function. So pretty much a really handy device. So this is like the basic approach to a feature phone with a USB Type-C charging for 2024. Really interesting. Now let's take a look into the cloud app itself. Now the cloud app itself is really interesting. It is only available for certain markets, and markets like India do get cloud apps as well as UPI payment options. Now if you look at here, you do have additional games like Tetris, a couple of other games including Sudoku, and you do have this app called Flashcore. So Flashcore is basically is a sports app where it shows all the scores of certain major games out there. Now the thing about all these apps is that there is no way to key in your personal preference, so you can't decide what you want to see, so it just shows you what it wants to show, so you can't really personalize it in that sense. Now if you were to go to weather, for example, I'm in Malaysia right now and it is showing the weather of Kuala Lumpur, and you can scroll down to certain major cities, so just show only a couple of cities out there. Now it doesn't show all the cities in Malaysia, unfortunately, only a couple of cities out there. So there's no way of manually keying in the cities that you want to. So this is certain limitations from the cloud apps that you might want to know before purchasing, because you can't really set to your own local place. So only a certain cities are available for a particular country. In terms of news, we see the similar approach here. It shows what it wants to show. There's no way of navigating into the contents that you would like. So as you can see, it doesn't bring up any menu for you to search. Now one thing good here is that you do get access to Twitter or the X platform. So the standard S30 Plus lacks this, so you do get an additional so-called social multimedia application here, which is Twitter and Wikipedia. thankfully the Wikipedia is comes out in this layout, so you can actually search the content that you want. So you can actually use your spare time to actually know more about a certain content thanks to the presence of Wikipedia, other than your standard Opera Mini browser. Now, when you go to BBC News, yes, you can search certain things, but I don't think so it's going to be curated for your region per se. Example for where I am at the moment, so it's not going to show that automatically. Now, this might be redundant because we do have a Facebook app, which is basically a link through the Opera browser, but we do also get that on the cloud apps here. Now, you might be wondering what's the difference between the YouTube app and the Shorts here. So with the Shorts app, this is how it is. So it loads a video, it plays the video automatically, and you press down and you scroll to the next video. So this is how it goes. So you can see that you don't have any option to search for it. Now, this is in contrast to the YouTube app. So Cloud Apps takes a time to connect to the clouds as expected. And if you go to the YouTube app here you can do your standard search. So you can search the particular video that you want, so it can show up either in the standard YouTube or the Shorts form. So what I think is basically the reason why we have two different apps, although they might be showing the similar content, is because one is just for you to just do some lazy scrolling, so you don't really have to type into anything. All you need to do is press down and it just plays the next video. This is really just for you to kill whatever time that you have. And another allows you to have a more refined search option, so you do get to watch what you want to watch instead of what the feed is showing to you. So this is a bit about Cloud Apps. Now, a lot of people have asked me whether or not you can use the device, the FM function, and listen it through a Bluetooth earbud. Now, with me here is a Nokia P3600, one of the best Nokia branded buds out there. Now, if I were to take this bud out and if you were to connect it here, so let's go to the so you can see that it's connected here. So by right, all the audio output will be coming out through the bud, but that is not the case here. So I've seen this in previous devices made by HMD Global, the feature phones. Certain feature phones allows you to have a playback through the Bluetooth earbud, but certain phone, especially the Nokia 215 here, does not allow you to have that function. So you are limited to use to listen either through the loudspeaker or through the 3.5mm headset that you connected it to. Now, this is in contrast to the Cloud app, where YouTube application allows you to listen to the content through the earbuds here. So as you can see, it's connected, and if I were to play the video here, you can see that there's no audio coming out because it's not playing through the Bluetooth earbud. So this answers the question whether or not you could listen to your listen to the radio through your Bluetooth earbuds. So in the case of the Nokia 215, you can't actually do that. Now, I would say that depending where you are, the Nokia 215 is actually at an attractive price, and if you could get one with the Cloud app function, of course this actually increases the valuability of your device. So something that I would really want to have, especially as a spare device. And the inclusion of the USB-C type charging here makes things easy because you don't have to carry extra cable with you. Now, with that said, the best way to actually enjoy this device is actually to know all the shortcuts which is available here. So some people are saying that the absence of the volume key is something that is bothering them. Now, if you know the layout of the keypad and what they do, things become easy. For example, if you want to control the volume, just single click this button and you can just toggle right and left between them. Long click, of course, you can switch the device off. Now, the same way you can access to radio through the button here, and you can also access the multiple other applications here through the shortcut that's available. Now, pressing up brings you to the last opened application, in this case, which is the radio, and down it goes to your contact. On the left hand side it goes for your text messaging, and on your right hand side it goes to your calendar. Same goes to this. If you were to press the star key, it gives you the option to select your dual SIM option here. Pressing the long 0 button gives you access to the browser, and of course you can toggle between silent mode and your standard general mode with the press of the tech button here. So pretty much this is how the Nokia 215 4G is. I would say that it's a cheap, fun device to use, especially if you can get one with the cloud app function. Now, with that said, I do have something to notify to the fans out there. Do take note that the build quality, while it is good, if you were to press it for some time, you will notice that you can listen to some creaking sound. That indicates that it is not as how to say refined as the Nokia 3210, for example, where it does have a very solid and robust quality to it. And I noticed this just using in a couple of minutes that you would listen to some creaking sound on and off once you press the button. So that means that something is not really fitting well into that. But for the asking price and definitely for the use purposes, the Nokia 215 4G would definitely be an interesting device to have, more so for the 225 and the 235 with much more functions embedded within the device. So this is a quick look into the Nokia 215 4G, and this is definitely a good start for HMD Global with the necessary upgrades for their feature phone lineup. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this simple presentation of the Nokia 215. I hope to see you in my next video. Till then, take care and stay safe.